what's up, everybody out there? Welcome to another episode of the Dark Matter Podcast. I'm your host, Dark Matter, Cypho Hayru, aka Pyrex. This is my big bro, DX. What's up, DX?
What up, what up?
Welcome to the show. So we're gonna get right to it, man. There was another school shooting in Florida, and I know you heard about it, and I think it was like 2 killed, 6 injured. The number could have went up since the last time I checked. I don't know, but I hope everybody's okay from that. Rest in peace to the people that didn't make it out of that. Yeah, it's horrible, man. So here we go again in America, another school shooting. What is going on in the richest country in the world?
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. What you think about that?
Well, what I think about it is the school shooting shit is just crazy, man. Because it comes from people that got a stable homes.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they got really, really stable homes. Now, in this case, this guy's father was a police officer.
I believe his father and his mother may have been police officers. Yeah.
And they say that weapon was a service weapon that belonged to his mother.
To his mother. That's why I said his mother had to be a cop also. You know,
and then you go into the school and you literally shoot the school up because you saying what the, or however you want to put it, is doing to the, or you went in there and said, we want to kill the, because you don't want them taking your place, or however it goes.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
It's hard to determine the real motive, until they do some more investigation, get to the bottom of it. Let me just play this small clip and see what they say. This from CNN.
Law enforcement sources tell CNN that a suspect has been taken into custody after a reported shooting incident at Florida State University.
CNN's Ryan Young is following these developments for us. Ryan, what more are we learning about the situation there at this moment?
Yeah, guys, we continue to work our sources here to try to figure out exactly what's going on. I can tell you around 12 o'clock, an alert went out from Florida State University telling students to shelter in place, that they had reports of an active shooter near the student union. And just in the last 2 minutes or so, we got an update from the Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare that says they are receiving patients from that shooting scene as well. We believe 4 patients have been sent that way so far. I've also been told by a law enforcement source that I've talked to that the shooter has also been taken into custody. We're trying to...
Okay, so 4 to 6 shot, and I heard it was 2 that passed away. I'm not for sure.
Yeah.
But the shooter has been taken into custody. So, man, what is going on again in this country, man, where we supposedly live in the richest country in the world.
Yeah.
But yet we have like school shootings almost every day. I mean, what could be so horrible, man, that you got to go shoot people when you have everything basically given to you?
Yeah, like I say,
it's fucked up.
It's a lot of rhetoric going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Sorry to say that, but it's a lot going on right now. But personally, I gotta say this to you. If you one of them planning on going to shoot something up, or know a friend that's going to shoot something up, if you've been reading the liturgy, if you've been following the people you've been following, I hope you know one thing. You can't blame them once you pull that trigger. That's your ass. You gonna go in that motherfucker by yourself, and I don't think you're coming out. But that's your ass.
You're definitely not coming out. Once if you get caught on a case like that, man, you can claim mental illness or whatever it may be, man. It's just a real selfish act that you would prey on other people's happiness. If you're not happy, pick up the phone and get some help, man. You crazy bastard.
Yeah, it's that easy.
Yeah, stop raining on people's parade because you're mad about your life.
And it's a cowardly attitude.
You're mad about somebody's religion. You're mad about somebody else's color. That shit it's crazy. You need help. Honestly, seriously though. You need a shrink. Go see a fucking shrink, man.
Yeah.
Stop being a dumbass.
Yeah.
Your fucking parents got everything and you go off and kill somebody. How fucking ignorant can you be, man?
And they always say, you think your situation is bad. Man, it's millions of people that change places with your ass.
In a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat.
You know. So y'all wake up out there, man, and realize where you live at. You know, there's a lot of opportunity here in our country. Y'all know you just got to buckle down, get disciplined, and go after what it is that you need. Now, parents, I'll say this to all parents: if you know your kid has a mental illness, because you know, let's just be real. The white kids, you're always they're gonna say you got a mental illness if you go shoot people. But if it's a little black kid, you know, hey, you're a monster.
They're a thug, you know what I'm saying? You lock that motherfucker up and throw the key away.
Lock him up, another ice cube. But anyway, yeah. So, hey, go get your family some help. You know what I mean? It's okay if they sit in the classroom with 1 or 2 people and 3 teachers. All right? It's all right. It's better than them growing up and running into school and shooting little innocent kids. You know? Come on, now.
Like I said, it's a cowardly act. You know they don't got no guns on them. You know they ain't nowhere in a position to say, okay, today gonna be the day. They not thinking of that, man. You know what I'm saying? They going to school to learn, man. You know, intertwine with their friends and things, man. You know this.
And not only that, to you future school shooters, honestly, nobody cares, man. This is America. Unfortunately, they gonna cover them bodies up and they gonna move along to the next day. You're not really even making news no more. America is used to murder. You understand?
Yeah.
They've been murdering people since its existence. So you're not moving the needle by doing school shootings, man. You're not.
Not at all.
You want to move the needle? I ain't even gonna say it. Kill your goddamn self, you know, and leave a note. I was gonna shoot up a school, but I decided to kill myself. He's a hero.
Yeah,
You'll be a fucking hero.
Favor, man. Don't do that. If you ain't gonna call for help, don't go and damage somebody else's life.
Yeah.
Don't go and take your pain off on somebody else's life. You're going to hell for whatever you're doing.
The boy said you going to hell.
So why take other people's life from them that was going to heaven?
Yeah.
You know, and it's always the innocent people get hurt.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? You could be drunk as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, you could drink a fifth of fucking liquor and go flying 300-400 miles down the fucking highway and hit some motherfuckers, and you're gonna be the only motherfucker get out the car and walk.
Man. That's a sad reality, and that is a reflection of the atmosphere that this country has built up, you know, since its existence, man, where you have people that are well off, are willing to murder innocent women and children. That's inconceivable. It's ridiculous. So I would say to all you parents out there, black, white, everybody in between, you know your child has a mental illness. Seriously, go get that shit looked at, man.
Yeah.
Don't let somebody else, children, become a victim of your child when you knew something was wrong with that kid of yours.
Dillon parents knew it. The damn Oxford parents knew what their kid was up on.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Oxford, Michigan. You know what I'm saying? They knew what their kid was on.
Yeah, you can name
You sitting up here having to go take a Xanax and bow, this and that. And then to add insult to injury, you know what I think? He's going crazy and he's doing things he shouldn't be doing. He's saying things he shouldn't be doing. I think we ought to go buy him a gun.
Oh, yeah, with the switch, the extra clips on it.
When his teacher is finding notes in his notebook.
AR-15. Give him the AR-15.
Yeah, his teacher finding notes in his notebook showing the kids he going out and he want to destroy it. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't want to scratch it up, but you know what I'm saying? It's horrible, man. It's horrible.
It is, man. So, yeah, guys, let's get that mental illnesses looked at with our children, family, and friends. And, let's stop these school shootings. Man.
Yeah, and ain't nothing to be ashamed about either. Yeah. You need the help, go get it, man. You know?
And then the other case, I believe it's in Texas. I could be wrong. The Carmelo Anthony case, man.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I don't have all the details on that, but I know at first everybody was saying it was murder, and then people were saying it's a self-defense case. And so, in America, we're just all over the place, man.
Because it's something to divide the country. It's something to bring that energy. But like I say, if you reading these books, you following these dictators, you understanding what the far right is saying, You if you doing all this, when you commit the crime, that's your ass. Your ass.
Yeah. That's your ass. So, yeah, man. Y'all got to be willing to, like I said, seek help. It's getting ridiculous out here. But the Carmelo Anthony case, like I said, I don't know a lot of details about the case. I have been following it, but there are more details. I see his group, his entourage, I would say, his mother, father, and everyone. They were supposed to give a press conference. I believe it was yesterday, and the father of the murdered son, or self-defense, whatever happened. I wasn't there, so it all come out sooner or later. And I can't wait to see. We all on pins and needles waiting to see exactly what happened. The father stood in the middle, damn near, of the press conference, so they couldn't start their press conference on time.
Right.
Yeah, see, that could have caused an act or a riot,
Yeah.
And so I say, man, once something like that happened, first of all, let's teach our kids to keep their hands to themselves, and then we won't have these type of incidences, Because I've taught my children, keep your hands to yourself, because you don't know what another person might be going through. And you go put your hands on them. And I seen a lady on I wish I had it pulled up right now, but it was a lady, a young black lady in her late 20s. She was in the hospital with her son. She said, "This is my son laying in the hospital bed. He got his ass beat." Yeah. He went and punched on a little boy, and she said the little boy turned around and beat his ass. The mother was laughing at her son.
Yeah.
She said, "That's what you get.
Yeah.
Keep your hands off people."
Yeah. That and it's goddamn bullying, man.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing you can do to somebody, man. It bully them.
Yeah.
Bully them. Somebody you got power over. Somebody you can whoop. Somebody that's really scared of you, and you just put your foot on their neck, man. That shit is horrible. That's worse than torture, man. Because it takes them away from school. It takes them away from activities. And some of them play sports and get bullied. And it take them away from that. But they playing and getting bullied at that age. But by them keeping playing, if they wasn't being bullied, you don't know what they allowed to turn out to be.
Man, if you really want to be a big dog in the game, you want to flex your muscle, fight somebody that can fight back.
Yeah.
That's how you determine where you are. As you can see, when boxers become like amateurs, professionals, they make them go get their hands licensed. Because you can fight, so you have to fight someone of equal status. Yeah. Stop picking on little bullies, man.
I got something that was really on my mind too. Dark matter, pedo, Raul.
They hate my act.
Yesterday, man, it was a hell of a story. They hit the news in Detroit, man.
What was that about, man?
Man, this man shot a kid, man.
Was it the cop?
Yeah.
Yeah, the black police officer.
Yeah, man.
What a dumbass.
Yeah.
What a dumbass. I mean, you a dumbass, man.
Really dumb, man, because in most cases, maybe all the cases, they don't commit no crimes. They more less likely to put their hands on you. If it's anything, you can raise your voice sometime and they're afraid.
Yeah, man. Anytime you pull your gun on a child, anytime you pull your gun on an unarmed person, that's not the job for you. Take your scary ass and go get a job at the library or something, man. That's just not a job for you, man.
Yeah.
You pulling your gun on an unarmed whoever, let alone a child.
Yeah.
Did he have a gun? The kid?
No, he didn't have no gun, man.
And the guy looked pretty buff,
Yeah, he looked pretty thick.
And also you have a taser. And the damn one you can hit somebody with. Stop being punks. If you can't do that job, man. If you're too scared to do the job, turn your badge in. This is America.
Really?
Find another job.
Yeah, really, truthfully, only way to stop a bunch of this bullshit is have police where they from. You can't have nobody coming from White Lake policing people in Pontiac.
But black people have been
taught
complaining
different things
about that. Yeah, black people we've been complaining about that forever. That's what the whole Black Panther movement was about. You bring these white cops down in our neighborhood, they don't know nobody, they haven't went to school with anybody, and they damn sure don't got no black friends. So how do I know if I pull a guy over at the store, I don't know his attitude, I don't know his demeanor, I don't know when he's joking, I don't know his facial expressions.
And not only that, I was taught one thing about them. Because if they ain't around and it's time for joking, you know, we always the ass end of a joke. So he was taught one thing about him. He was stereotyped one thing about him. So he already coming to the job with aggression.
Yeah, so, yeah, but they, like I said, they don't know the community, though. You come down here, you know, and I see, you know, Wino Willie at the store. And, you know, Wino Willie's the nicest guy, you know, when he's not drunk. But once he get a couple drinks in him, he means no harm, but he's down there cussing everybody out.
Yeah.
So if I'm a cop from a different county or a different state, and now I'm patrolling this area where Wino Willie is, I get out the car and he's talking shit and looking cocky and looking mean. Oh man, I'll pull my gun out, I'll shoot that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Now the whole neighborhood's coming out like, why would you shoot soft ass Wino Willie? Wino Willie, he's just talking shit.
Yeah.
Oh, but I don't live here, so I wouldn't know that.
I wouldn't know.
So now you just murdered an innocent man because you're not from around the area. So they do need to hire. They need to advertise about hiring cops from the area. I never see it in the area. I know, like big
And
cities,
it's
Detroit,
insulting too. You know, it's insulting. It's embarrassing. It's nasty. It's foul.
Shout out to
To
the
just
Detroit
say-
cops.
To be saying, hey,
Shout out.
nobody around here can do the job.
I know some bad ones.
But it's a lot of good ones.
It was some good ones. I was drunk as hell one night. And I couldn't even find my car. I was downtown, gone, drunk as hell. Beautiful woman down there. And I asked the cops, hey, y'all help me find my car.
That's what you call a good cop.
One cop said, he's drunk, just take him to jail. The other cop said, man, don't do no bullshit like that, man.
Yeah.
Guy helped me to my car and everything, man. He told me to stay in there and sleep it off, man. He said, I'll be back to check on you. I'll make, been a couple blocks, flashed a light on me. And long story short, man, he did me a solid. The other cop was ready. He wanted to take me to jail.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, I ain't even did nothing. But, it was another cop there to stop him from doing something stupid because I would have sued the shit out of him anyway. But anyway, shout out to that cop. Don't know his name. But there are some good cops. You see how that cop stopped the other cop? That's what we need. We need the police to police the police.
Because it's hard to get you a grade if you know this motherfucker fella. You know he fucking up. You know he out here doing every damn thing he shouldn't do. But you're not allowed to talk because they'll turn on you. If you got one fucking rotten apple in the basket of apples, all the apples is fucked up.
Yeah, man. Like I said, shout out to the good cops, Shout out to the good ones. But
Most
the bad
definitely.
ones make you look bad, So y'all got to do that in y'all own department. And we know that you guys want to make it home safe at the end of the night. That's the most important thing, man. But the most important thing to us is not getting shot when we ain't did shit.
That's
Or my son or my daughter or my friends or anyone like that getting abused for something that's can be considered a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
Or just somebody blowing off some steam, man. Cut that bullshit out.
Yeah, that's every black man's fear. Black adult man fear for their kids, you know what I'm saying? Because you tell them all the right things to do. But you got some of them perky up boys.
Yeah, ain't no doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no doubt. Them some bitches be at the shooting range and they see that black target.
Yeah,
And they
always a
every
black
day
target.
blasting that motherfucker. And they can't
Always
wait.
in that motherfucker's ass.
They're like, sir,
I got that motherfucker.
you over the limit, sir. You didn't put 10 clips in that motherfucker.
Yeah, you tore the damn paper out, man. Stop.
Yeah. So he can't wait to get a free kill. And so that cop, he can't wait to get a free kill. So let's go and dive on that since we didn't open the door on it.
Yeah, my God.
So to you black guys, black men, young black men, older, whatever. Like DX just brought up, there are a certain amount of white cops that are out here looking for a free kill. Now, what we mean by a free kill is if you kind of breaking the law, it may look like you breaking the law. And so that gives him what he believes in his mind, since he has a badge. He believes he has the right not to tase you, not to cuff you, not to beat you with his wand, but to pull his gun out and empty a whole clip in your ass.
Empty a whole clip in.
He's been training for this his whole damn life to get a free kill. They've been practicing him and his boys at home. Well, what if he looks like he's reaching? What if he got an object in his hand and I can't tell if it's his gun? And him and his homeboys sitting around the table, they're like, well, shoot him.
Oh, no,
We can shoot him.
You got one more you forgot. Or they can say, fuck it, I fear for my life.
Fear for my life. That's the best one.
So now I can shoot your ass in the back.
Yeah.
Meaning you wasn't looking, you wasn't a threat, you wasn't no harm, you didn't see what was going on. And I blowed holes in your goddamn back.
Hey, I feared for my
And I feared for my life.
You know. And so
Come on, man.
that's what we mean by a free kill. So
That's
be
what we
careful,
mean by it.
because they training for this shit right now as we speak. They're goddamn gun range discussing different ways on how to get away with this shit. They know the law. They know the law. You know, don't think they don't know it.
Yeah,
They just
ain't
play
that.
dumb. So you got that small percentage, but that small percentage is doing big fucking damage
Big damage.
when they kill an innocent person.
Big damage.
So y'all brothers, be careful. You know, stay away from the free kills. All right.
Yeah, free kill zones.
They doing it every day. They getting down on us, man. You know, I'm gonna keep it real. They getting down on us. So
Yeah.
But so brothers, y'all got to be careful, because at the end of the day, we are not coming home to our family. Yeah, he was wrong for what he did, but we not coming home. So that shit ain't worth giving your life for, you know.
Right.
And y'all make sure, you know, if you feeling any tension with the cops or whatever, if you get pulled over or they pull up on you, they talking wrong or whatever, get that goddamn camera rolling fast, man. Excuse me, sir, I'm gonna get my camera rolling. I don't feel safe right now.
Yeah.
Can you get your supervisor immediately, man? Know the law. You ain't gotta do it in a smart tone, cause they've been practicing for this shit. They practicing for that free kill, man. They practicing for that shit, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to do, man, because you already know they'll feel the intensity when they walk up on you. You know what I'm saying? We experienced it a lot. You know, I can understand other people like, well, you know, it never happened to me. It's never in my neighborhood, or you know, it's never boom boom. We can understand that, you know, because it's not. You know what I'm saying? But when you live in a neighborhood that's over police, I mean, these motherfuckers riding in your neighborhood, man. You know, you in your neighborhood, the police. Let the police go riding around in the suburban area like they ride around in the inner city.
Man,
you know how that phone will be ringing? Hey, is there a killer loose? Do I got to lock my doors? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, man.
Hey, hurry up and get their ass out of there and back on traffic.
Yeah, man. We grew up in, for the most part, I mean, we moved around. We lived in Detroit. We lived in Flint. We lived in a couple other places. But mainly we lived in Pontiac. So when I was growing up, when we were growing up, you could not freaking leave out of Pontiac without getting pulled over. You was a black man.
Oh,
I would say you had Lake Orion, you getting pulled over. North, you getting pulled over, Clarkson. You go the other way, Auburn Hills, you're getting pulled over. You go to the other one, West Bloomfield, you getting pulled over. So Pontiac is like a circle.
Kego Harbor.
You
You're drop a helicopter on
as
your
soon
ass.
as you cross the border, your ass is out. As soon as you go past, Home Depot, you pull your ass past that Home Depot in this neighborhood if you want to.
Ooh, that's your ass.
Oh, you going to Long John Silver? Pull it over. You
No.
going to that KFC? You pull it over.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go to the bowling alley? Nigga, lay down, nigga. Put your hands up. Lay down and put your hands up. Shoot him.
Yeah.
Rams Horn? We used to go to Rams Horn to try that bitch
yeah.
up at late at night, though. But, Pontiac is a circle. It was surrounded by it still is, surrounded by all white cities. And man, when I was younger, it's not like that now. Now it's great. Everybody getting along, you know, for the most part. I'm not in the streets no more, so I don't know. I would have to talk to some of the younger brothers to find out what's really going on. But back in our day,
Yeah.
you leave your ass out of Pontiac and pull that motherfucker over.
Right,
Right,
never drive down. You know, you would never drive down Telegraph without getting pulled over. And you would never fucking drive down Woodward without getting pulled over.
Telegraph, Woodward, what's that Auburn Hill? Walton leading out of Auburn Hills.
Yeah.
And that's the same way, really. You got to go 75 to get to Lake Orion. You know, like 24.
One time I was coming from Telegraph. I was coming from Detroit on my way back to Pontiac. I think I was about 17 years old. 17 or 18. I had my first car. So I'm on my way back and then I know I'm doing the speed limit. You know what I'm saying? The police cut his lights on, so naturally I'm gonna pull over. You know, even if I got, you know, to let him pass or whatever, or whatnot. That son of a bitch pulled me over.
Man.
And I'm like, what's going on, officer? He said, well, there was a lot of people speeding, but you the only one pulled over. I'm 17, 18 years old, so you know I'm not catching on to that shit.
Yeah.
And took the speeding ticket.
Yeah.
So that's what it was like when we was growing up.
Since we telling police stories, now we telling police stories. I got a whole laundry list.
Laundry list.
Some of the shit I really did. I got pulled over, bro. How was I? I got pulled over. I was about, I don't know, in my early 20s. I got pulled over. Got a 68 Mercury Monterey. Gangster. You know what it is. So I get pulled over. Go over the railroad tracks. I get pulled over. I pull over the cop. Pulls me over. He comes up to the window. He said, I said, what you pulled me over for? He said, you're not wearing the seatbelt. I looked up at the window service, the seatbelt, and it's over my shoulder right now.
Yeah.
You know, that's still on. And he said, well, you ran in front of the train and got to the side. I said, sir, if I ran past the train, how did you get right here to pull me over?
Yeah.
I'd have been gone. How did you get on the other side of the track? It wasn't a train there, hadn't been a train there probably in 3 days. Some bitch gave me about 3 tickets. It was just insane. He just made up all that shit, man. Then, not only that, to add insult to injury, he gave me a plate for the tags not being registered to my car. I said, bro, this is a 68 Mercury Monterey. You gonna tell me my tag is not registered to my gangster, to my whip?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I do in this car, motherfucker?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck you mean my shit ain't registered?
Yeah.
So that's just, man, we can go on and on and on and on. Maybe we will have police stories one day.
Yeah.
And just
One
go
day,
through the laundry list.
We're gonna fill them on.
Yeah. Maybe one day. But, so yeah, man. But like I was saying though, back to the school shooter, man, that's just a microcosm of how the atmosphere in America has been turned all the way up. It's been turned up forever. But it's turned up with all this crazy, unnecessary racism going on. The economy is just fucked up with this Elon Musk thing going on. And I heard the people are really going after him really hard, shutting down a lot of his car dealerships.
Yeah.
And things.
Well, it's a couple of his business partners is saying, hey man, you don't have to stop doing that shit and come and run the business.
Yeah. I see.
You know, your money ain't the only money invested in this shit. You know, we got money in here too. We got billions in here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And our price sales is getting stuffed. Our cars getting burned up. Our charger ports is getting burned up. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that political and run this business like you're supposed to be running this business. You're going to have to do one or the other, Eli. Or I'm out of the business.
Yeah.
And basically, that's what they saying. No if, no ands, no buts.
I wish I could show y'all a picture of this. The school shooter. I wish I could show y'all his picture. My Lord, I'm gonna have to put it up on the.
Oh my God, man. Y'all ain't gonna
Did you see
believe
him?
this dude, man. Y'all see his happy.
He looking like, yeah, I did it. You know?
Happier than his.
Yeah, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Yeah, man. He's oh my God, man. Yeah, wait till y'all look at the picture, man. I don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah, but he looks like he could do some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He's capable of doing something like that, man.
Yeah, man.
You
Some
know.
people think, like I say, man, sometimes if you need help, get the help. You know, you hearing voices in your head. Do you think all these motherfuckers walking around and having a good time is hearing that same shit in their head? That's common sense, motherfucker. Go get some help.
Yeah.
Don't be ashamed of it. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta grab that.
Because like I said, when shit hit the fan, it's your ass.
Yeah, it's definitely your ass.
Your ass. You know what I'm saying? You drink that Kool-Aid, it's going to be your ass.
Yeah, man. What did you think about the black female judge that murdered her boyfriend or some shit and the husband? Did you hear that?
Oh, wow.
Oh, you didn't see that one?
Hell no.
That is crazy. What the fuck is going on in law enforcement? You know, yeah, a judge. She's a judge, man. And she killed her boyfriend for whatever reason. Shot him in the head. God damn. A judge?
Can't do nothing but, you know what it was, you know, he was throwing that dick somewhere else.
Definitely.
And you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
That bitch like, oh hell no, you ain't finna be fucking these sluts and then coming home laying up fucking me. This just ain't gonna work, nigga. What? This is the judge just said.
Yeah.
God damn.
She said, I sentence you to death.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, if I get a life sentence, bitch. Just gave him a death sentence.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That bitch played the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Judge Dredd and shit.
Yeah. Judge, jury, execution.
Oh,
They took it all in their hands. You fuck with me, motherfucker.
yeah. You know who I am? King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Yeah, that's crazy, man. So yeah, there's been a lot of crazy things going on in the news, man. It's so hard to focus on what you're trying to, but hopefully y'all getting some views, to stay neutral in a lot of those cases, like that Carmelo Anthony case. Try to stay neutral until you hear all the evidence, you know.
That's what we mostly do. Just, you know, try to stay. Imagine what both sides would be thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so. But y'all need to get it. I don't know what type of town they live in, man. But wherever y'all at, man, I heard Willie D say this. Shout out to Willie D Live.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yes, I heard him say, man, if you live in an overwhelmingly racist town, you need to get out of there, man. Stop trying to get along with them people. Pack your shit and move out, man.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of, mostly it's racism everywhere, but some places are worse than others. You know, living next to those sundown towns and all that, man. We don't got time to go through that shit. Pack your shit up, move to Detroit, shit. You know what I'm saying? Detroit is nice. Don't let the people fool you. There's violence everywhere.
Yeah.
Move to Detroit.
Man, Detroit is beautiful.
Detroit is beautiful.
Southfield is beautiful, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Man, you think Atlanta got it going? Shit.
Speaking of
Going on down here, you know what I'm saying?
Detroit.
Even though it's a big city, and sometimes you hear some violent shit going on, but the news around here ain't got shit on the news in New York. No.
But speaking of Detroit, I took my brother to Maddie's African cuisine today. So
oh my
it
God,
wasn't his first time. It was one of his first times eating African food. I've been really getting him into some of those restaurants so he can really be the judge for himself. Because you hear so much negative talk towards about African food from people that really never even been through this shit. So, what was your take on eating that African food today, man? At Maddie's Cuisine.
Oh man, that shit was so fucking good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many spices, motherfucker. hey, man, it don't make no sense, man. I mean, I had the red snapper.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of seasoning and spiciness they could have put into it, man. I damn near snapped it in half with the bones in it, you know what I'm saying? I was going crazy. Then they had like a beautiful rice.
Yeah.
It looked more like a
Jollof spicy rice. Jollof.
Okay, Jollof spicy rice. It's kind of orange like Mexican rice, but it's not Mexican rice. It got peas and corn and you know things like that mixed into it. You know, it's a beautiful meal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you try it, and them different spices. Oh, and they onions.
Yeah.
They make onions as if they was like. Give me a vegetable we can describe the onions as you can eat as a side dish.
It look like yams.
Yeah, like yams or something like a side dish.
Yeah.
But the onions is nice. They marinated good. You got spicy ones and you got regular ones.
Like a salsa.
And it complements the whole meal.
But much better. No offense to the Latinos or anything.
Nah.
Much better though. So he was skeptical about eating African food a couple years ago, and I really been pounding it on him. I've been taking
this what made me skeptical.
I thought I was taking him to different ones.
this what made me skeptical.
Yeah.
Mr. Matter gonna say, man, we need to get some oxtails. So I'm looking like, I'm thinking African cow, you know how they damn bones be touching in the back. of the hips. You know how they be slapping them with that straw and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then you know how they tails ain't that big. So I'm like, ain't no way in hell I'm finna pay no money for none of them oxtails, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like the oxtails we be getting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sterile shit. Yeah.
Other words.
If you don't know, in which case you don't know,
Yeah.
if I catch you saying something bad about African people, I'm going in on you.
Yeah, hey.
Don't give me, I don't want to hear that bullshit. Well, you know African people don't like you. I don't give a damn if the whole continent of Africa don't like me.
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah.
I love them.
Right.
That's where my answers come from, so I don't want to hear that shit. I'm going in on you.
Yeah. Hey. And remember, Pete, remember what you told me?
Yeah.
All of the food ain't the same.
No,
You know, we
good
didn't hear
point.
Nigerian before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Nigeria,
it's all not the
East
same.
African,
Ethiopia, you know what I'm saying?
And the reason why he's saying that, because I see some dumbass people get on social media and they will say, I tried African food. I don't like African food. Bitch, which country is you talking about? It's 54 countries in Africa. You can't get on here and say, I don't like African food. Bitch, which country you talking about?
Yeah, which one you talking about?
And then, you know, what ethnic group is you talking about? Because that's like me saying, hey, man, I ate at fucking McDonald's. The hamburger was nasty. I hate American food. All American food is nasty because I ate at McDonald's.
It's as simple as...
That make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I hate when I see people... I usually go right on their post and then cuss their dumb ass out.
And then you got to realize, it's like Jamaican food don't taste like Brazil food.
Yeah. Each family is going to have a different taste. It's just like soul food. Like soul food, you know that growing up.
Yeah.
You know, our mother and grandmother, man, it was like top of the line, top tier
Sorry.
cooking. So when we went over other people's house and ate their soul food, we would instantly look at each other from across the room like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I'm not eating this bullshit.
Yeah.
So African food, Jamaican food, whatever, it's just like any other family food. You're not gonna like everybody, so you got to go around to different countries, you know, see which one you like the best. Different restaurants, man. You got to try different ones. They do not taste the same. I've never seen two that taste exactly the same. Even with the same dish, they do not taste the same.
Amen.
So try different ones.
Yeah.
Just don't try one and then think you tasted all 54 goddamn countries.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, when you try it, man,
Special kind of ignorant.
when you try it, man, you're going to be like, damn. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Always go back for a second one. You know what I'm saying?
Just for the record, there is one, I ain't going to say where they at, that I will never go back to. There's one. This is a Jamaican restaurant. I ain't ever going back to that motherfucker. They give you a lot of food, but it always tastes different. You know what I mean? It's a big family operation. But that's one bad experience out of, I don't know, man.
Now that she done said, you're going to have to tell them because they ain't going to go to no Jamaican.
What's you missing
Is
out?
it this one?
Yeah.
Is it that one?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, when McDonald's fuck they order up, they take their black ass right back to McDonald's.
But a different one now.
Yeah, but a different one. Exactly, right. So do the same for but African food.
Yeah.
Hey, so this last thing I'm gonna say about it, maybe not. When we went there, I want you to tell the people who was in there eating. How many different ethnic groups did you see in there?
Oh my God. I'm in Detroit now. Keep in mind. Chinese coming up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Arabs coming up in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Kenyans coming up in there.
Latino.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Latinos coming up in there.
That's a 10
You
minute.
know-
They ain't just come in there and buy shit. They came in there and sat down. The kids playing around,
Yeah.
jumping around. I'm like, man, this is in the hood, man. I know African Americans do go there because I go there a lot, so I see African Americans go there a lot. But man, I just don't see enough African Americans going to eat that good ass food. But it's crazy how the Chinese, the Mexicans, and Puerto Rican, everybody else know how good it is. But African Americans, like a lot of African Americans, not everybody.
Not all of them, but it's a few of them.
Yeah.
You got to get past that suspicious
That
thing.
stereotyping shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the stereotyping, suspicious activity. You know, basically what was passed down from hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
That's why you got that suspicious activity in you.
Towards
I'm
the
not
wrong
gonna
people.
say something wrong with you, but that's what's wrong.
Well,
You know what I'm
something's
saying?
definitely wrong. Anytime you go through that type of trauma, you know, African Americans it's been over 400 years of just beatings,
Yeah.
rapes, the changing of your name. I mean, we have white people's last names, and we will kill over our last name. It's not even your last name. That's some white man's last name. We will kill over that name. So there's definitely some trauma going on with us, and we have yet to address it. We haven't addressed it yet because we're still trying to get somewhere financially. Mm-hmm. That's our biggest goal right now as African Americans, is our financial stability. So we don't want to deal with the trauma right now. We're trying to get somewhere financially. But sooner or later, we have to deal with this trauma because we out here killing each other in certain neighborhoods damn near every night, every ghetto. We got gangs fighting gangs over whatever reason. I mean, our babies ain't coming home at night.
And you know the difference
Over
from our shootings.
Over some petty shit.
Yeah, different from our shootings and the school shootings is these motherfuckers can't afford a lawyer and doing all this killing. And killing for nothing.
Yeah, so.
And some of them killing and don't even realize how small their neighborhood is.
Yeah.
Can't even go to the store without bumping into somebody you know.
Yeah, man, and so I would say to the older OGs out there that grew up in that type of atmosphere, by now, you know how big the world is. See, those young guys, 11, 12 years old, 16, 17, 25 to 35, they don't realize how big the world is at this point. So it's all about the people in their neighborhood, all the people that they know. You know, so y'all got to do a better job in trying to explain to them to try to be something to any parent out there.
Yeah.
Single parent, two family parents, whatever. If you got a good kid, you know that neighborhood is infested with crime, and you see your kid already gone or whatever, ship his ass out of there. Send him down south to your grandmama's house somewhere. Ship him up north, anywhere, man. Get him out of that environment. That shit ain't gonna work, man. Fuck going to jail and spending the rest of your life in a jail cell. Yeah. Letting white people have your ass in the cage like they got the monkeys and the gorillas in the cage at the zoo. You know what I'm saying? They get to come by and stare at your dumb ass all day. You in here eating fried noodle sandwiches with pickles and shit, thinking you balling. Look, I got a phone in prison. I'm balling. I got a phone. Yeah, you got a phone in prison, motherfucker. Yeah. Prison.
Yeah. How did you get that in there?
You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker to walk through the metal detector. I'm like, why the metal detector is going on? I done stripped his ass butt naked, but it's still going on. Boy, to shove the whole cell phone up his ass.
But and then for the fellas, man, don't pay attention when they call you old head, so even though that's a cool ass name. But you gotta let the young people know, every time you get a year older, do you realize how dumber you was just that last year? And I guarantee you they gonna say, you know what, you right. You know what I'm saying? So if you got some wisdom to pass on to them, try to pass it on to them. Sometimes you can't force it on them though, because they ain't gonna listen.
Yeah, so
Pass it on to them.
Oh, you got to. Y'all older dudes, like my brother said, y'all got to start putting it down. Man, when you come in peace, one thing I noticed about young people, I keep saying this, I said it before on some other videos, young guys look forward to that. I walk in the stores and restaurants sometimes, and all the young dudes in there, they mean mugging, they got the grill with
skinny than a motherfucker too. Skinny ass.
So be that little. And you know you can choke his ass up with your pinky finger. You know he's strapped.
He got the equalizer on.
Yeah, he got the equalizer. So, but I'm saying to the old heads, y'all make first contact. Hey, what's up, young G? Y'all all right? Y'all good tonight?
What's up, nephew? What you doing?
Up,
what
nephew?
You up to?
Yeah, sometimes they don't speak back, but you know, I'm making my point to speak
Most time
first.
they do, though.
And you know why I speak first? Because I know I'm a man. Ain't nothing you can take from me. So I don't got no problem with speaking to another man first. I know who I am, and you as an old head, OG, you know who you are. You know you done been through all the battles, trials,
real OG,
and tribulations before. Right, you're a real OG, man. Speak, they're gonna love you forever, man, and they're gonna respect you. You know.
And then a lot of them don't get spoken to, so that's why they don't speak.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and the only thing they like to do, or really don't like to do, is like the mean mug. But the mean mug, it's nothing behind that mean mug.
It takes a while, so you know a lot of people not ready for it. It takes a while to mature and get into that phase of your life. But I'm telling you, get your ass there. You young cats start studying the older cats. You want to make it to an older age.
Yeah.
I met a kid I was in locked up. I met a kid. He was 16, just turning 17, and they gave him 25 years in prison. Man, I hope that he had a chance of getting out earlier than that. I wish I could remember his name, man. But the kid was he was like 6'8", baller. Took him out in the gym, played ball with him. The boy was a baller, And so that's a kid that could have made it to the NBA, man. 6'8", 6'9", going to do 25 years. Millions of dollars gone. Life-changing money for his parents, brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles. Come on, man. We got to start saving the youth, man. Shout out to Flint Town. Shout out to Detroit. Shout out to the Yizzy.
Shout out to that.
Yeah, we're gonna close this up. This is Dark Matter TV. DX, what you gotta say to people?
I just hope y'all enjoy what was going on, man. Leave us some comments, drop something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We free, we open, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Inbox me your number, and then, if you wanna respond to some of this, or you wanna be on one of the later future pods, send us that number and we'll call you up. Let us know your work schedule, when's the best time to call you. We'll see if we can fit you in. And we want to hear what the people got to say. All right?
All right.
So, Dark Matter TV, signing out. Peace. Stay out of trouble. Stop the fucking school shootings.
Yeah, stop that shit. Oh, my God.